Welcome back to the Break the Ring podcast. I'm your host, Jonas.
I'm Jonas Parker.
And today it's a bit laggy. The camera's a bit messed up. Um, but it's all set. So we got a Dr. Pepper, strawberries and cream, zero sugar, and we got Parker and we got Jonas on our screen. So it's got to be a good day. Parker, it's time to talk about some wrestling. We got to go over the main shows. We're not doing predictions today because Parker said he should be coming over Sunday, not having to do Discord podcast next week. So Revolution is this Sunday, but we record in the morning, ish, daytime. Revolution's at 8. But it's also on a Sunday, which is really annoying because we got school on Monday. And AEW likes to go to midnight. So I'll probably be taking a nap after you leave. So.
Yep.
All right. Before we get into the main show, is there anything you want to mention? It's a big week. We got the 2K. Actually, we can talk about that. We got 2K worldwide release. Got the game for free. Shout out to What's the Status and Tim from Knockout Hub. I think I did that right. Also, just to talk about some funny stuff. I reached out to 3 brands and said you should sponsor us. One of them already said, "Yeah, no, that's not happening." And the rest of them haven't responded. I'm not expecting a yes. I'm not expecting a yes.
Worth a shot.
It's worth a shot. It's not it's not like going up to a crush and the worst they can say is no. They say something else. The worst these people can say is no. And if they don't, I'm getting them canceled. So.
That's a threat. I wouldn't say that.
It's not a threat. I'm just saying it's bullying. It's just bullying. It's just bullying, and I'm not a fan of bullying. All right. We got 3 brands. We had. So I'll tell you the one that didn't respond, or I'll tell you the one that responded and said, "Yeah, no, it's not happening." And that is Prime. Thought it'd be funny, and I'm surprised they even responded.
Wait, what did what did you DM them
I
on?
sent the greatest email of all time.
To Prime?
Yes, it was a great email.
Okay, I need to hear this.
I said, this is so funny. To the Prime team, my name is Jonas. My business partner, Parker, and I are interested in a short-term sponsorship for our YouTube channel /podcast Break the Ring. This channel is WWE based with a small audience, but big potential for growth in the following months. Oh, that's Cook. The channel has a teenage-focused audience that has great interest in your products as well as us at BTR. Fire! Just this year, YouTube has seen exponential growth, gaining a total of 22 subscribers and a couple thousand views. And then I said, I hope we can come to an agreement. Love the company and all your products. Break the Rings, Jonas. And they said, yeah, no, it's not happening. Get a job. So that wasn't really cool.
What did they actually say? Were they just kind of like,
they said, hi, Jonas. Thank you for reaching out to Prime Customer Service. We do not currently have a sponsorships team. We greatly appreciate your interest in Prime. Please reach out if you have any additional questions. Which also, you might be going, you went to the wrong place. Customer service. I promise you, it said partnership inquiry. It's the right thing. I promise you. But
that's pretty cool.
There's 2 other brands that haven't said anything. One of them's WWE focused, and then one of them's not super focused. But they've done stuff. Peep the drawing, tough. But Parker knows what's on the other side of this, and that is the BTR 2K versus Season 2 first episode pay-per-view type of thing. We got the first card of season 2 meaning 2K26 comes out this Friday. Super excited. We went over this. If you were at our live stream for the 30 minutes it was working, shout out Jimmy.
Shout out to Danhausen.
Yeah,
awful.
We tried to stream Vengeance Day and it was not working at all.
Not the actual show.
No.
We tried to stream like our reactions to it.
Yes.
But my computer crashed 3 times.
And mine was
and
lagging.
I watched it
so
back
bad.
and I didn't realize how funny it was when I cut out.
It was yeah. But alright, Parker, are you ready for this match card?
I am ready.
Match number 1, an 8-man gauntlet match. The winner is number 30 in the later Royal Rumble. The first pinned participant is number 1, and as previously mentioned, the winner is number 30 in the Royal Rumble for the BTR 2K Season 2 Championship. I'm not sure if it's going to be a new layout. I might, because they're might be better customization options. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to make it anyways, so I might just make a new one. Um,
Yeah.
Parker and I are each gonna pick 4 participants to represent us in the match, and then we got match 2, which is a actual like sick match is gonna happen and it's gonna be cool. We got BTR, Parker and myself teaming up for the first time to fight Stash Club Wrestling, Jimmy and John, for the Wrestling Podcast Tag Team Championships. Big deal, big match. I think Parker's fought Jimmy 1-on-1. I've fought Jimmy 1-on-1. I've fought John 1-on-1 for the BTR 2K title. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun first time tag match in the 2K verse.
Yeah.
We then have a 6-man ladder match, which is a BTR Money in the Bank situation. The name is a work in progress currently, but it's coming. And the final match is the 30-man woman participant Royal Rumble. The winner is the inaugural Season 2 2K champion. Now, I'm excited for that. And you might be wondering, oh, is this just a normal episode? Nah, 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 nah. This is our second pay-per-view style, and it is called Make or Break. So, that is the first episode in the Season 2 series. Parker, I'm excited for that. I know you are.
I'm very excited.
But yeah, let's get into it. We're gonna start with Raw from the 2nd of March. First show after Elimination Chamber. The show opened with the Vision, which chaos erupted very quickly after Seth Rollins attacks Paul Heyman, hitting with the curb stomp and escalating on to more struggle throughout the Vision's current state, as Paul Heyman was then taken by ambulance to the hospital. He was bleeding out of his nose from the stomp and got into the ambulance, and that's when they found out that LA Knight was driving, and Jimmy Uso slapped Logan Paul pretty hard. Pretty hard.
I didn't like. I wouldn't say I popped, but I laughed when I saw LA Knight as the driver. I just thought it was random but funny.
Thought it was a good opening to the show. It took up, I'd say, like, what? It was like 25 minutes? About?
Yeah.
It was a really fun entrance. Started off chaotic. I like when the show jumps into something. You know what I mean? Very fun.
Oh yeah.
And also, it was just kind of like cameo mania, bro. Like, so many people were randomly showing up. But it was a nice start to the show. Paul's blood was like bright red, like pink almost on his nose. It's kind of funny.
Oh yeah.
But Seth Rollins, man, face seemingly again going after the Vision. Got a question for you though. If Seth is the Visionary, is the Vision still technically allowed to be called the Vision if he doesn't see him as the Vision anymore?
I mean, they could just do it just to kind of like mess with them.
Yeah, no, I'm mostly joking. Cause like,
But I know what you mean. Yeah,
really doesn't
I mean,
matter.
because the whole Vision thing was the Visionary, him, whatever. Yeah. I don't know though. We'll see if they keep it.
We will see. Actually, we will. We then had Gunther make his way to the ring for his upcoming match, but before he could finish his entrance, Dragon Lee jumped him, which was his opponent. It wasn't just like a random thing. Very good match here. Dragon Lee's best match in a solo setting in a while, for sure. I mean, the tag title run was great with AJ, but hasn't had like a singles match that was as memorable as this one. That's for sure. We had Gunther really dominant throughout the entire time. Dragon Lee getting good offense in at points, but it ended up with Dragon Lee tapping out after Gunther ripped his mask off and put him in a sleeper. This mother fluff of Gunther, bro. They are making him the most diabolical, disrespectful supervillain you could ever think of.
The thing is, I don't know, like, anyone who dislikes Gunther. If that makes sense.
In what way?
Like, I mean, I don't know how to explain it. I'm just like, I don't really know many people who don't like how dominant Gunther is, or how, like, a lot of people like his style of wrestling, or like his character, or like both. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
I've
Gunther's
seen a
like
few negative comments.
Gunther's like gotta be the one who works his character the most in ring. As I love the dude as a wrestler, but I hate him because he's so good at being a heel. Because the dude, he'll fight somebody I love, John Cena, AJ Styles, and he'll lose for a good amount of it. He'll be taking a lot of hits, a lot of damage, and then he'll put him in a sleeper, and it's over. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of like up and downhill with Gunther's matches. Also, looking back at this, we have done that's nice. Jonas made a big oops on last week.
What you
Whatever.
do?
We've had episode 59 2 weeks in a row. So.
Uh-oh. We're chilling.
I think this is 59. Yeah, this is 59. That's supposed to be 60. Sorry. My bad. But like I said, Gunther, I don't hate him for the fact that he is a bad wrestler or anything like that. I hate him because he's a good heel. Great heel.
I mean, that's kind of the whole point of
a
heel. So that's how I was like with Dom when I first started watching wrestling. I was like, I hate him. Like, I was like, I do not like him, but it makes me like him because he's good at playing his character. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's how my mindset was, and basically still is.
Yeah, you gotta respect the dude because he's great at his character to the point where you hate him.
Exactly.
And I think, like, I will say I'm so glad he didn't win the Rumble. Not that I don't love the Roman thing. It's getting better week after week, even though he's only been there twice.
Yep.
It's true, the dude doesn't show up to work. But the fact that Punk can have great promos by himself is reviving it. But I didn't want Gunther to win. Gunther he's been on top of. He has been, and I said this, he has been the gatekeeper of the World Heavyweight Championship for a while. Same with Cody with the Undisputed. He just, whenever you could take a break from the show, you'd come back, and would you look at that? Cody's champion, Gunther's champion. It was just like, I swear, he was always champion. Mm-hmm. If that makes any sense. I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of rambling.
I definitely... The Cody thing, I would definitely be, like, the Cody reason, I'd definitely be more upset about than the Gunther.
I'm not a Cody hater. I just think he's getting overpushed a little bit for
exactly. I'd much rather see another Gunther title reign than a Cody title.
Nah.
I'd like to see a Cody like U.S. title.
The reason I want to see Gunther is because Gunther would give me hope in somebody and then he'd kill him. So I just get sad.
I would like to see Cody like a mid-card title, like him fight Mello, Frazier, Axie, like people like that.
Those would be
good Cody matches.
It would be, but I think
they're not gonna do that.
He's cemented as a main event player, and there's nothing you can do about it really. I mean, like, it's to a point where if he doesn't have a championship, it just like seems weird, and that's not necessarily a good thing. Because that means he's like always with the belt. Same with Gunther. I feel like he's always champion. But I feel like they're both so good at what they do, and they are champions for a reason. They're great at it. But it gets to a point where, like, come on, man, I want some diversity. Like the Carmelo Hayes title win after the freaking like Shinsuke LA Knight vortex that the title went to. Great win. Yeah. Also Ilya too. Don't forget Ilya, Sammy. That was great. Ever since Solo lost it, the U.S. title's been really good.
And I like how they keep doing the open challenges for the most
Those got to take a break after Mania. They're losing their touch.
I understand why Sammy did it, and I kind of understand why Ilya did it, but now that it's been a million times and we're having to have more repeat acceptors.
Well, Melo makes sense. He's Boston guy. I'd say the only thing is, like, after this should be a heel who's like, I don't want to do this, man. Come on. I want to keep my title.
Exactly.
If I had to pick, and this is what I would pitch, is Melo holds it into Mania, and Trick challenges him at Mania for the title and wins it. Trick could be, hear me out, Trick could be world champion by July.
Um.
and I have a reasoning. Okay, listen. Randy Orton versus.
I
Hello.
think my PC.
Oh, yeah, you're frozen.
Jonas,
Oh no.
are you
Oh
here?
no, it's broken. Oh no, Parker's broke. Parker broke.
Jonas.
Yeah, he's broken. This isn't good. Hello? Parker? Parker? He can't hear me. He can't hear me. He can't hear me. Yo,
Hello.
listen, this is what we're gonna do. We can hear you, we can see you, but you can't hear or see me, so you're gonna hear me.
I just. You're on my screen now.
Okay, we're good. We're keeping this
I
all in.
don't know what happened. Your like your screen froze and then your camera turned black and I couldn't hear you and I was like.
It was definitely a you thing because your camera was
Probably.
frozen for like 50 seconds. But we're back. What was the last thing you heard? Yep.
You were talking about after Mania Trick,
I
and
think
then that's
I
what cut out.
think up. So what would be cool is if he challenges Mello at Mania, open challenge or not, and wins it, and then I don't want to defend this every week. I want to keep this title. Like he's just holding on to it type of thing.
Yeah,
But I think Trick has potential to be a world champion by July.
definitely.
Uh, Here we go. This is the TikTok clip. I think Trick has potential to be world champion by July, and the entire thing revolves around. And this might be a shock to some, but also not a shock to me because it makes sense. All around the Undisputed Championship. Cody versus Randy is happening at Mania. There's no doubt about it. It's set in stone.
We'll talk about it later. Who we think's gonna be the heel?
We will. I don't know. Maybe. But I think that there has to be a reason Trick keeps interrupting Randy. It's been since he was on the main roster, he's been going at Randy the entire time. Just this Friday, which we're going to talk about later, Trick comes out to interrupt Randy. I'm pretty sure Trick's first spot was an interruption spot on Randy. So,
Yeah.
I think it's very possible that Trick is on his way to becoming world champion by challenging Randy after Mania and winning it at like a Backlash or a SummerSlam. I don't know. Because Backlash might be a little too quick. Because that's usually like a month.
It's like
after.
a month after. I don't see it happening at Backlash.
Because what was it? April 20th was Mania when Cena won it. And then the 15th, I think, was Backlash, something like that. But I think it's possible.
It's definitely possible.
How did we get here?
No clue. We were on Raw, weren't we?
Yeah, I don't know. We were on Gunther defeats Dragon Lee.
I think we were talking about champions.
Yeah, we ended
anyway,
up with Cody. I don't know.
let's go.
AJ Lee celebrates her new title, the Intercontinental Championship, promising to be a fighting champion, and announces a gauntlet match. The winner will fight her for the title, and that is next week. The title match. The winner was last night. We won't talk about it now, but it was Bayley. So that'll be cool to see.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? The gauntlet. I know we're not gonna really talk about it, but I was. I don't want to use the word upset. I was perplexed by one of the a decision that was made.
Yeah,
And I think you know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah. Respectfully, that match was worse than it could have been. Like that had a lot of potential.
We'll talk about that next week.
We then had El Grande Americano Original defeat Rayo Americano. That's literally all that happened. Jimmy Uso defeats Austin Theory by disqualification after Logan Paul jumps him. Didn't even watch it. I was doing homework. I swear to you. I literally saw Jimmy versus Austin was the next match, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna do my homework, and I did.
Also, I thought I'd bring this up while we were talking about El Grande thing. It was announced that for next week. Oh no, that was yesterday that it was announced. Never mind then. I was thinking about the El Grande match.
I hope that's setting up Mania so bad.
I think it is mask.
I hope so.
That'd be awesome. I'd love that.
In the main event, main event match was Dom versus Penta for the Intercontinental Championship. But before Dom would go out for his match, he would run into new up-and-comer Danhausen. And God, this promo was so funny, man. You just had
Danhausen's awesome.
You had the Judgment Day just completely making fun of Danhausen. They're like, dude, who is this guy? Painted face, thinks he can curse me. Basically, Danhausen was talking to Judgment Day, mainly Dom, and like tried to grab one of the titles. I think it was the Intercontinental. He's like, hey, I'm the Intercontinental Champ. Something you'll never be. He goes, oh, really? Okay, then, Dom, you are cursed. And they just started laughing. They pan over to Judgment Day. They pan back. Danhausen is gone. He can teleport. He's a interdimensional being. It's insane. Can't believe it.
Because of how the show ended, I liked the backstage segment, but at the same time, weirdly enough, Danhausen spoiled a title change. And that's weird to think about, but I mean, I wouldn't say like spoiled.
It wasn't a spoil. The whole thing.
It was a tease.
The whole thing is that Danhausen doesn't actually curse you. You just have to be superstitious enough to think he did, causing yourself to lose. So that did work. As Dominic Mysterio lost to Penta after Finn Balor wouldn't allow the help of the ring bell hammer for Dom in the Intercontinental Championship match. Dom was pinned clean, and we have a new Intercontinental Champion in Penta, which I am very happy for. No balls. Yay, no balls. You won't do Rey Fenix versus Penta.
Mania, that'd be awesome. But that would take a lot of setting up. We have a month. I don't know. Not at Mania, at least.
It's easy. Penta comes out next week. I want to face a great luchador at Mania. Everybody thinks he's talking about Rey. And then Rey Fenix comes out. And then it's like, holy crap, it's freaking happening. The match would probably suck, though, because it's in WWE. And they don't let luchadors do anything in this company, so.
I think, what was I going to say? Oh, I think Rey might retire at Mania.
I know, he might fight Gunther. But I think his retirement match should be against Dom. And in the main event... Yeah, it's got to be. In the main event of Raw, as in the closing thing, the main event match was the IC title. We had Punk and Roman with a crazy good battle. Promo battle, that is. Just to highlight it, I got some bookmark tweets here. These are my favorite things that happened. So Roman says to Punk, after I beat you at WrestleMania, we're going to put you on a John Cena retirement tour and milk you for all the money we can. Then we'll send you to NXT so you can help the next generation, and I'll smash all of them too. Dude, the John Cena retirement tour going after his work boyfriend? Like, that's crazy.
What was I going to say? I remember what I was going to say. Yeah, the promo, like, I wasn't so sold.
There's more I can say if you want me to, in case it'll help you.
No, I was just trying to think of the way to word it. I wasn't completely sold that this match was going to just be a normal one-on-one. I thought someone was going to get involved. But I think they knew that people were thinking that, so that's why they've been having closing promos, like, every week. Just so people get more hyped and be like, okay, this is for real. They're not just doing this to get someone else involved. Does that make sense?
I guess. I mean, I don't know. CM Punk says he brought the Shield to WWE. Roman reminds him that he brought the other two and didn't pick Roman. Which, like, not a great point to make in an argument. You didn't pick me. Okay, you suck. Sorry. And I think the one that everybody remembers from this promo, um, he says, "Now at WrestleMania, I really am gonna bury you," and then he talks about burying him right next to his deceased father. Punk, I love you. I love you, Punk. You're the greatest to ever do it.
A lot of people, I saw a lot of things saying that Punk may have gone too far, which I liberally agree with, if that makes sense. Like,
If it
a
was
little bit.
if it was a literal thing.
I'm hoping it was planned.
Well, my reaction to this is that's my reaction to it, but we'll probably get copyright claimed. I don't care. But yeah, that's my reaction to it. Best in the world for a reason. We then had Dynamite from the 4th. Parker doesn't know anything I'm about to say, or anybody I'm probably going to mention. The show opened with MJF defending his championship against Kevin Knight. Pretty good match. MJF retained his title with the Heat Seeker, which is his middle rope pendulum driver. It's all right of a match. I think Kevin Knight had a better match with Okada and Speedball in the Continental Classic, which, I mean, like, it's not a crazy thing to say, bro. I'm talking about Okada. But then I had Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin defeat try that again. Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin defeat Gabe Kidd and Clark Connors. After the match, we had the debut of David Finlay in AEW.
I did see a few things about that.
To start the formation and truly form the. So they used to be the War Dogs, but now they're just the Dogs. And they have all been signed to AEW deals, which is great. Gabe Kidd is a freaking monster. Don't know if you know this, but last year at Wrestle Kingdom, Gabe Kidd had Kenny's first match back from his surgery and literally made Hiroshi Tanahashi sob at how good the match was.
Wow.
But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Crazy. This is a big group of New Japan guys. Gabe Kidd is a beast. Clark Connors, very good. And David Finlay, I've heard a lot about. He killed. They murdered people on Collision in a squash match. So, we then had the AEW debut of the Inspiration, formerly known as the Iconics, former Knockouts Tag Team Champions, former WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. You got to know who they are. They were pretty good in their prime. But they honestly got squashed by the Brawling Birds. Jamie Hayter and Alex Windsor picked up the quick win over Cassie Lee and Jessie McKay. It was pretty good. Nothing too crazy about it. Was surprised it was that quick. Yeah, I mean, Hangman had a quick match against Jobber. Had a quick match against Enhancement Talent. And then the Don Callis family came out. And they announced that later in the night, Okada, Kyle Fletcher, and Mark Davis will fight Jet Set Rodeo for the Trios Championships, as they mentioned on a previous Collision that they will fight anyone, anyplace, anytime. And Tony Khan made it official, and Hangman was up to it because he's a man of his word. And so in the main event, they had a match. But first, we got to talk about the other matches. Jon Moxley defeats Hechicero in a Continental Championship Eliminator match. Pretty good match here. Not too memorable, but one of the better matches I've seen out of Hechicero. We then had AEW Women's World Champion Tekla defeat Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa only shows up like 4 times a year on AEW, but she always makes sure that we remember the match. And this was a pretty good one. She took some nasty bumps, but obviously she did not end up winning. Saturday, it was announced that Tekla versus Stat 2 out of 3 falls will happen at Revolution for the AEW Women's World Championship. And as previously mentioned, the main event, the trios titles change hands as the Don Callis family pick up the win over Jet Set Rodeo, with Hangman heading into his World Championship match at Revolution against MJF. Texas Death, if Hangman loses, he cannot challenge it for the AEW World Championship ever again, regardless of who holds it. Mystico and Jet Speed will challenge Don Callis' family for the Trio Championships at Revolution as well. So that was a nice little one take Dynamite. Besides the Orange Cassidy slip up. Dude, we've really talked about the Cody thing for a while, huh? I can't hear you.
I don't know why my mic's muted. Oh, what time are we at?
We're only at 30 minutes. Which is fine, because I have to do homework anyways. A lot of homework. Moving on to SmackDown from the 6th. Randy Orton opens the show, and as we talked about, was interrupted by Trick Williams. And hit him with the RKO after Trick was trying to talk about his lemon pepper steppers. Lights went out, and I thought it was going to be Danhausen. Really did, I swear to you. Orton was talking about he was vowing to walk out of WrestleMania with the Undisputed Championship. And then afterwards, Trick Williams came out with his whole entrance and a blackout, but then got hit with the RKO. We then had Carmelo Hayes' U.S. Open Challenge, where he defeated El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. With the Nothing But Net in a pretty good U.S. Championship match. We also, prior to the show, had the announcement that Brian Road Dogg Jesse James has walked out of the creative room, which is insane.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are happy.
Which is pretty fun.
I'm usually not one to complain about wrestling, but
SmackDown kinda sucks.
I was slightly happy that he
took a break.
Yeah.
But
I'm not saying he deserved to lose his job.
He didn't lose his job. He left.
Well, yeah. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that it's good that he doesn't have a job. I'm just saying
he's trying
that
to just not
I
get
don't
canceled.
Think
he's happy he's gone. All right. The Irresistible Forces celebrate their tag title win, but was quickly interrupted by Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Julia, and Kiana James. It was all right. Nothing too crazy. Kind of tired of Charlexa at this point. And I think Kiana James should break off from Julia and become her own single star. Is that a hot take? I don't know. It was an alright segment. Happy for Lash. Lash is really good. But I don't know. It was just kind of... It happened. Out of this, though, we got Charlexa versus Julia and Kiana James, and I was hoping they would win, but they didn't, because Charlexa is just reigning supreme as they pick up the win over the Women's U.S. Champion and Kiana James after the natural selection to prove that they are worthy to challenge the new Women's Champions. We then had probably the worst match of the week, and that's insane, because from the SmackDown Tag Division, Tag Team Turmoil number one contenders match. There's too much to go over, so I'm gonna just go over it quickly. Fraxium defeat Motor City Machine Guns. Los Garza defeat Fraxium. Los Garza defeat the Wyatt Six after interference from the MFTs. Damian Priest and R-Truth defeat Los Garzas to become number one contenders to the MFTs. Stupid decision. R-Truth is bald, so that was a start. And then you have them win over some really good tag teams. The only legitimate tag team in here that I thought shouldn't have won were the Wyatt Six, because they were just the champions. Because I thought Priest and Truth had no chance. But no, they won the entire thing. So, my guess is that was Road Dogg's last put into the show before he left, so.
I wouldn't doubt that. But I kind of like Truth winning. I just thought it was funny.
Remember when anytime I wouldn't like something that happened, he'd be like, at least I'm not a narc. I'd be like, Parker, it's Mark. He's like, no, it's narc. No, it's Mark. It was stupid era of BTR.
It's funny. Funny era of BTR.
Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill had the worst promo I've ever heard. Literally the worst promo I've ever heard. I'm not
a big fan of Jade's mic skills.
That was the worst promo of all time. Your body is built for show. It was dumb. It was stupid. It was cringe. Hated the entire thing. The main
Yeah.
event. Do you want to talk about it? Because I mean, there's nothing to talk about for good. It's just gonna sound like we hate
I
women,
was
but
just
we
gonna
don't. I
add to
promise you.
I was just gonna add to the part where I'm not a big fan of Jade's mic skills.
Yeah,
In ring,
Jimmy, if you're
incredible.
watching this, dip out
I'm
for like
sorry.
30 seconds. Hit a little skip.
Jade's in ring skills, incredible. She's wicked good.
She's super strong.
But
She lacks some coordination, but she's still pretty
that's
new
fair.
to wrestling. But she's good. I think she just needs some more work. In the main event, Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre. Pretty good match, I'd say. If we're gonna go top three, we got. So I'm saying top three as in. Here we go. Not top three. From their three matches that are most memorable, the WrestlePalooza, the 3 stages, and this one, I'd say WrestlePalooza is the worst one. It was really boring. I'd say this one goes second and 3 stages goes first. And I think that makes
I
sense.
couldn't really disagree.
They finally talked about the whole thing where, oh, they had a contract where Cody couldn't re-challenge. All this literally talks about it in this segment prior to the match, saying, Drew, you went against your word. You kept attacking Cody, getting involved in his business. I go against mine, and tonight you still have to fight him. Which ended with Cody with the championship. Good match. Like I said, not the craziest match of all time, but it was better than the WrestlePalooza one, so that's a start. We had a ref bump. We had a bunch of move stealing with Cody hitting a Claymore, which that Claymore was not a Claymore, but it was kind of brutal. But I don't know. It was a good match. I think Cody versus Randy is the more appealing match for Mania.
Yeah, for sure.
Drew Randy is all right for a main event, but I think for sure Cody Randy has way more to go for. Like we talked about earlier for like 2 seconds,
Story
we
wise,
don't know if they're gonna do face fake, so they could have one of them go heel. There's a lot to go over with that. Parker, how do you feel about it?
if either of them were to go heel, which I think one of them will, I want it to be Randy.
Because then we get the punt kick.
I think what I could see happening is like either I could see Randy like middle of the match, like he hits the punt kick, say he wins, then that's when like Cody turns. If that were to happen.
Yeah, it's too much, Loki.
But I don't know about Cody. I don't see Cody turning heel. Randy definitely, because Randy's best known for being his heel. But I don't know.
What do you think about Joe Hendry and Miles Bourne versus Ethan Page and Ricky tonight?
That's happening.
Yeah, it's a tag match. I don't know. It's just like because Ethan was supposed to help Ricky in the main event of Vengeance Day.
I'm not complaining. Joe gets screen time. Joe gets a match.
Yeah, that
maybe the main event.
Entrance merchant. Dude, the fact I know we brought this up last week, but your GOAT
third
is
week of
being
NXT champion.
Your GOAT is being compared to Danhausen, Mystery Iguana, and R-Truth.
And Jey Uso.
How do you feel about that? All right, rank each of them. Rank him.
Rank all 4 of them.
Yep,
not including Joe Hendry.
Yeah, well, obviously Joe Hendry's gonna be number 1. So.
Well, yeah, Joe, and then so there's also Danhausen, Mr. Iguana, and
Danhausen, Mr. Iguana, Eat Man, R-Truth.
Okay.
Gotta rank those 4.
I like Truth. Truth's my number 1. He's just wicked funny. He's iconic, right? Then I'll have to go Danhausen just because the whole "you are cursed" and he's walking around. He has the list of demands. I don't know. I think that's wicked funny.
You don't even
then
know a lot about Danhausen because you haven't seen him at
really.
all.
Then Mr. Iguana just because he grown man just as an iguana.
Eat Man, nice.
And then Jay.
Rikishi, I had a funny tweet last night, and I know this is jumping ahead. But Jimmy and Jay talked to Punk last night instead of Roman, and I said, wow, Rage Bait Punk got the best of the Yeet merchants. And I had somebody, like, DM me, and we're like, yeah, no, you are not tough. And I was like, okay, bro. It was funny, though. I don't know. But we know what time it is. It is time for Wrestler and Match of the Week. Gotta be honest, Match of the Week's kind of hard to do because the match just kind of sucked. Oh, forgot to mention, Tommaso Ciampa turned heel on Collision, attacking Mark Briscoe. That was pretty interesting.
That was cool. I saw the clip.
Frickin' Obafemi. Johnny Gargano's backstage after the tag match, and they're talking about him. They're talking to him,
yeah.
and he's like, they tell him he's got to wake up and lock in. He's like, fine, I'm doing it. He goes out to the ring. He's like, I'm Johnny Wrestling. I'm talking about his NXT stuff. And then it's freaking Oba murders him in 3 seconds. Yeah, Johnny, we need you to become elite very badly.
I am my wrestler.
Am I alone in that? Like, would you not want him to be all elite?
If he teamed with Ciampa, they had a year or two run with the tag titles, and then if they had a feud against each other, send him up.
I don't even care. You can call it copying NXT if you want. That NXT feud was freaking perfection. All right?
Mm-hmm.
That's basically you just hate fun. That's
you got it. All right.
That's it. All right, Parker, go ahead.
Penta. He won the IC title. He was in the picture. He was probably supposed to win it. He got injured. He's back. He won it. I'm happy for him.
I think I'm gonna make him my wrestler too. My match. I think that's my match. To be honest, this week was kind of mid for the most part.
But that match did build story too.
That match was very good. I did like Dynamite too, but I think Penta Dom gets a slight edge just because a really good wrestler got a title that he deserved, and I think that's basically it for the reasoning behind it. Can't be too mad about it. But yeah, I think it was a good match. I think it was a good wrestler. I think it makes sense for him to be in both the categories this week.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, well,
Is that the
Parker,
first time that's happened?
Nah, Cena had to have. No, maybe not, because I go AEW a lot for the matches. I don't know, maybe. Might have been the first time.
I know Cena AJ, was that at WrestlePalooza?
That was at freaking Paris Clash.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, because that was 100% your match of the week.
Maybe.
I don't think that's...
I don't know, probably.
I don't know if that Cena and AJ, if I pick that as my wrestler. It depends what would have happened that.
I don't know. Let us know, people, in the comments if you want to do any
did
digging.
Drew win that week? No, he didn't. That was wicked far.
That was way far.
All right. Anyway, I think Penta's the first time, so congratulations. You should hold this award with honor.
Yeah, you should. Also, I'm making something in my woodshop class. That's going to be tough, so...
Is it wrestling
related? Oh, yeah, I showed you that video.
Yeah.
That video was so funny.
Explain it.
So my woodshop teacher is relatively young. And
26, 27?
Something like that. I'm doing something, and for it I need to send him something on an email, so he's on his computer. And I went on his computer and I typed in Break the Ring podcast on YouTube. And I just put it up on his laptop. I was like, yo, what are you watching, man? And he comes over, and I'm recording this because it was funny. He just goes, oh, that's Jonas's little YouTube thing.
Yeah.
And so I just started laughing. It was a fun little pop-up moment. But yeah, that's basically all that happened there. Nothing too crazy. Just a little fun story for you. And oh, if you got some money you want to throw our way to help us get the battle pass for 2K26, go subscribe to the Patreon. It's battle pass. I'm not even lying.
There's a battle pass for 2K26.
That's how you do the DLC now. There's battle pass instead. It's weird. But I'm not against it because I got the game for free. So, thank you all for watching. Subscribe if you're new. Like if you're new. Comment what you want to see from us soon. And subscribe to our Patreon, patreon.com/breakthering. If you want to show us some support, we love you. And we'll see you in the next one.